Welcome back to part 2, where we are building the Lego Star Wars AT-ST Raider from the Mandalorian series. We've got 540 pieces that we're in the middle of building, and this is once again 75254 for the part number. Alright, so on part 1 we built this guy here, which as far as I can tell is the base for the cockpit of the AT-ST. So now we're starting on part 2. Part 2, first thing we need to build is Cara, Dune, however you pronounce her name. So we've got the legs, torso, throw the head on. I played around with this a little bit before I shot. Make sure that that head is nice and square when you go to put the hair on. The hair's got a notch where the shoulders fit in. And if you don't square up the face first and then put the hair on, and you just put the head and the hair right away, you're gonna have a crooked head there. She's gonna be all canted and stuff. All right, so. There's her minifig. We have to build her blaster, so we have the main blaster here, and then we just attach essentially the lightsaber hilt to it, and we have her blaster. We will pop that in her hands, and there you go. Now we have Mando and Cara Dune. Look at that. Alright, so continuing on with our build, we are on number 37 here. I'm going to slide a lot of this out of the way. There's a lot of small parts for this build here. And we're going to be starting with this guy here, which is a 2x8, the thin one. And it's got a bunch of holes going through the middle. So you can see my hand moving there. Okay, so we're going to start there. Then we have two of these guys here. Those are just going to go on the end, sticking out like such. Then we need two of the dark gray studs, that guy there, and a thin 3x2 in the light gray. So there are all of our pieces for step 39. And let's see, so studs, round studs. And then we have our circular piece, and our 3x2. Alright, so there you have it. That was step 39. Step 40, we get to add two of these. See if we can catch the light right. There we go. Alright, and those are just going to pop on that last stud. They're going to hang over a little bit. That was 40. 41 is we are going to get the other one, which is like the base that we're building off of, and that is more or less going to sandwich everything together. Like that. And now we've got 4 more of the dark gray round studs. Those are going to go on the front here. You get 2 up top. And then we're going to put 2 on the bottom right there. So there you have those 4. That was step 42. Step 43. Set that down for a second. We need... Where'd it go? What am I looking for? Flat piece. Oh. There we go. Need this guy here. And we're going to take this guy. And insert. That is going to go on the back side of this, attached like so. Alright, so that was 43, 44. We've got 2 more of those dark gray circular studs that we've been using quite a bit of. And then we have, oh, just about lost that piece. 1 more of those guys. So that's going to, essentially just the way we built it, that layer underneath, this is going to mimic that. So you can see you've got the 2 different layers there. And then we have 4 of these L-shaped pieces. So we've got 4 of those going on. Two there, 2 there. And then these ones are going to stick out. So these ones just went on like that. They're going to overhang, and then this right above all of that over the part that's been sticking out. Okay, so that was 45, 46. We've got the 2x4 flat. That's going to go flush with what we had just attached. 47 is this piece, which is one that's already pre-built. We have 2 of those. Those are going to go underneath the pieces that we just put on. So now those fit flush with that edge that we just built. They'll stick out a little bit, that front stud. Oh. Okay, so those are going to be the blasters. Next we've got some more things we got to build, so let's get all of our pieces together quick. Those are the slightly curved black pieces. I'll learn the names of everything one day. So we need 2 of those. We need 2 of the tannish little rod things. Gray looking cones. 2 of those. And oh, there's my other cone. And then 2 of the dark gray studs that we have been working with so much during this part. It's stuck there. Okay, so we got to build these. So curve, stud, that goes there, and then we'll build the other one quick. So now we have 2 of those. So those are going to slide in. Oh, that's not on there right. And then our cone goes on. So those are, got the holes in the back. They're just going to slide in through there. And then take the cone. Oh, try not to pop it off. That's going to go on there like such. So these will slide. Okay, and we have 1x2 in the tan, and one of those, and 2 of these. Which are the bent, they've got the studs on the outside. Okay. Alright, so these were going on the back of everything. We had our gray piece go up front by our little slider do-jobbies, which I think are supposed to replicate the blasters up front. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so we're done with this part. We'll set that aside next to our other piece. Next, we are on step 50. We need our plate here, the 4x6 in the gray, so we'll need that. Step 51, we've got our long 1x10s in gray. Those just get attached like so. And then we take the skinny 1x4. That's going to get attached to the end of those 1x10s to build that. Okay, that was step 52. On to 53. Next we're going to take the 2x10 in black. That's going to go right over the top. There. And then we have a 2x3 gray. And then we have one of these textured blocks that have the ridges in them. So that's going to go down at the very end. And then we're going to put that 2x3 right next to it. Then, after that, we have this piece, which is kind of curved on the outside, and you've got the stud on the inside. That's going to go right up against that 2x3 that we just put on. So we've got one on each side. Those will meet nicely with that bottom plate. That was 55, 56. We've got the 2x4 in the slightly darker gray. That's going to go right on top of the lighter gray. So you've got assortment like such. And then this will be at the same level. 57, we've got, which will be our seat. Back is going to line up with that. And then we have the kind of the black grate looking thing, which is where they will sit, I believe, unless this is something else that we're building. And then we have this piece here that's got the divider in the middle. If you can see that or not. This has got the divider. So that's going to be facing the opposite way. So that's going to be facing inside. There you go, you can kind of see it. And then we have our circular gray piece as well that's going to fit right behind that. So this is where we're at right now. Okay, now with step 58. 59, we've got 2 of our gray 1x3 bricks. We've got both of those. Those are going to go down at the very end. So now we have something that looks like that. And then we have step 60, which we're going to need 2 of these bricks. Once again, I will learn the name someday. Those are going to go on the opposite end of where we were just building. And then we have our flat. Oh, where's it at? It's a flat 1x2 in the, looks like it's in the tan color, or whatever color it is. Once again, I'm colorblind. So then we have that guy right there. All right. That was step 60. 61. We've got this unusual looking one. So it's kind of a half stud up, and then you've got your studs on the back side. We need 2 of those. So we've got 1 and 2 there. These are going to go on the side that we were just working on. The higher side is going to be sticking out. So now you've got all this. You've got essentially a 2x3 here. Okay, 62, we've got our bent portions, 2 of those, and one of those. Okay, I was gonna say, wasn't finding it. We're gonna be working in this area here with the circular piece. So these are going to cup the black piece right there, and then this circular piece that we have, this is going to go on the opposite end that we were building on the previous step. So that's where we're at. Step 63, red brick, and there's 1, there's 2. We're working with the gray pieces like this. Now we're working with the black ones. So I got your studs on the outside, you get your standard bottom, and then studs on the inside with the smooth back to it. So you're going to stack your red brick inside with your normal ones. You've got your studs on the outside. This guy here is going to go on that front. So now you've got about a third stud up. Next, we've got our blue piece. Just going to move that to the side for a second. Blue. And then we've got one of these guys. So blue's going to offset, so you're going to have kind of a Z looking shape. And then take gray 2x1. It's got the holes through it. You can put the black side through I guess the closest hole to yourself, that might be the best way to describe it. So if you're putting it together with the gray block facing you, you want it to go to the left side. So we've got that. Now we're taking this guy, through your gray one, and it's going to stick out the same side as the blue rod. Then from there you're going to take your yellow piece, then slide it over. So that's what we have. So that is steps 64 through 67. Now we're on to 68, which has got us building another one, but looks like it's the opposite way. So we need one of these, we need one of these, one of these, and one of these. We're going to be using this same yellow one there. So take our black piece and then the blue one. Blue fits in, gray goes on the outside, rod outside, make sure it rotate it, and then push that through, and then this line up with the yellow. There you have it. This is going to go onto our main piece that we were just working on. That's going to fit right on top, just like such. Next, we've got this larger pre-built piece like that. That's going to fit on over the top. Clamp that down. It's going to hold that piece we just attached, just built and attached in place. Okay. So that was step 70. We're still on there. Next we have 2 darker gray pieces that have the little handle on them. Actually, I think there might be green. Once again, colorblind. Get that focused. That one there. So we've got 2 of those. Those will attach over by our red 1x4. So those are going to be protruding out. Step 71. I've got these 2 pieces. They are going on the outside. So you're going to have a back end or front end, whatever it may be, like that on the side. That was 71. 72. We've got our flat corner pieces. Those are going to go on top of our red 1x4, creating somewhat of a shelf. So they go on the top there. And then that was 72, 73. We've got our 1x2 that's got the ridges on it. We're going to need one of these that's got the flat with your center. And one of these bar looking deals. Okay. Bar's going to go up front. Your darkish red-brown color is going to go right behind that and sit in there. And then we have this, oh, wrong side. That shelf that we just built before, that's going to sit right in there. So it almost looks like we've got a spot where a minifig could stand. And I bet that's what we've built. Yeah, so a minifig could stand right in that little spot. You'll see it. Next, we have 2 of these. Come on, focus, baby. Two of those. You want the darker gray ones that have, it looks more like your thin 1x2, but then you've got the studs on the outside. So those are the ones that you want. And a small blaster. So working on the back side here with the black, we're going to add our dark gray components. Once again, those studs on the outside. Then switching to the front side, we've got our little one studs that have the clamps on the sides. Those are going to go up front. And our gun, our little blaster, is going to pop right in the middle there. Okay. Then we're on to stickers. So we need our 1x2 in the dark gray that's got the kind of angled face on it. We need one of those. Grab our handy dandy stickers, and we've got number 13. And we'll see how well I can put that one on. That's pretty good. A little off to the left, a little crooked, but we'll get the job done. Once you have that sticker on there, go back to your main piece here. We put our blaster on the back side. We're going to rotate it around, and then our console is going to sit on top. Now we're on step 76. Set that guy down for just a second. I'm going to grab this 1x6 that's got the holes through it. And then we need 5 of our black connecting pieces. So 5 of those. So go ahead and pop those into the appropriate holes. Make sure they're all seated properly. Then we have our thin 1x2s in our lighter color. Those are going to go on top of that 1x6 on the ends. Then we have another one of those little Z-shaped pieces that are preformed. That step 77. I suppose we should back up. Step 76, once you have this built, then we're going to put it on the back side. We got our console on the front side, so the back side. And our black adapters are going to stick out to the outside of all of that. And then our gray piece for step 77 is going to go over the top of that to secure it. So that piece right there is where we put it in. So that's step 77. 78, we have our flat 1x2 that's got the upright back on it. This is going to go in backwards to what you would probably think and create a little shelf attaching this piece that we built earlier that has the parts that oscillate in and out right here. We're going to line up all of our black studs. Right, step 80. As we turn the page, we've got our angled 1x2. That's going to go, well, we'll need that. And then we'll need the light gray. It looks like a 1x2 with the studs on top, and you've got the studs on the outside. That's going to go on top of the center, that main console. Once again, those studs sticking out. Then we're going to take our angled 1x2 that's smooth. That's going to sit on top. So we're going to have something that looks like that. Next, we'll need our big flat 2x8. That's going to get a sticker. So back to our stickers. That is not bad. Off center a little bit, but straight. Okay, this piece is going on the front of everything. And we're going to start from the darker gray down centered. And then we have the light gray 1x2 that's got the indents in it, the kind of bar that's going to sit on top there. Then we have light gray 1x1 studs, the flat square ones. We need 2 of those. And then we have the darker gray 1x2s that have the smooth at an angle, whatever they're called. We need both of those, both sides. So your 1x1 studs are going to go underneath the smaller part. I'm going to do that to both of them quick. And then they will attach to the front here. And angling up and into this cockpit area. Alright. Step 83. 4x1s that have the angles off to the side. Grab both of those. Those will go under the parts that we just attached. So now we're building this big front shield on top of the ATST. That was 83. 84. We've got this piece that I believe is Technic. I'm going to flip this around to the back using your center pieces. Oh, pulled the blaster out. That's going to go right in the middle there. Then we're going to get our 2 circular pieces. That would be a 2x2 in the gray. Those will get stickers. And we got these parts that we just put stickers on. Those are going to attach like such. Then step 86. This guy here, it's got the cross piece coming through it. You need 2 of those. Our 2 blue pieces that are left. And the gray oblong pieces that have the 2 holes in them. So we've got those. So we got to build. Blue goes through there, and then on the back side of blue, that piece. So we got to build 2 of those. All right. Now these guys are going on. Okay. So it's going to go on just like this. So these 2 meet in the middle. Then we have this piece. It looks like a 2x2 flat, but you've got the hole in the bottom. And then we need our dark gray 2x4 flat and 2 dark gray studs, circular studs. And the studs are going to attach to the inside. So now they protrude. We're going to flip this over. I'm going to be working on the front side, just underneath that. Right where you can see those circular studs that are underneath, this is going to go right there. Oh, I'm breaking things. Jesus. Okay, so that's going to go on there, and then we have our 2x4, that's going to meet up right with it. Be flush with these corners here. That was step 87. 88, our gray 1x4. It's going to go towards the center. This looking guy, which looks like a rounded 1x2. These little guys, 2 of those. And got this guy here. So with the stud facing yourself, slip those little wrench looking things through the underside of them. And then our circular studs are going to go on top of it. So there you've got what would be the top of the stud feeding through. So you have something that looks like that when you're finished. This is going to attach to the underside on the front again. So you have something like that, and then it'll rotate there. So you've got that. Then we have these 2 pieces. These smaller pieces that look like they're connectors. Those are going to pop together like such. And they attach to the piece that we just connected. So now what we've done is built the blasters for the front of the ATST. That is all of part 2. So join us in the next video for part 3, and we'll continue working on this.